Hey guys, welcome to the Books and Money podcast. I'm super excited for our next guest that we have on the show. You guys, this platform is for individuals who looking to create and produce impact in their life. So I'm super excited to be sharing this information with you guys. And the information we have today is definitely life changing. Miss Christa Griffin is giving out gems, you guys. She's an entrepreneur, author, and an advocate for personal growth and mental wellness. As the founder of Allthingscg, Black owned woman business, she empowers individuals through self discovery. Her best selling journals have daily mantras, and one is Daily Mantra for Sis, and the other one is Daily Mantra for Him. Her work has been featured in multiple publications. She's in several bookstores across the DFW Metroplex with a passion for helping others becoming the best selves. Krista creates tools that inspire reflection, resilience, and transformation. She continues to make an impact through community partnerships and mentor you guys, and she is on the BAM platform, Books and Money podcast. So I'm so happy to welcome to you guys Miss Krista Griffin. So, guys, we are here with Miss Krista. You guys say hello. Super excited to be interviewing her. Just so we can get to know you a little bit more. Just tell the people a little bit about you, what you do, and how did you end up writing these mantras?
Okay, yeah, thank you. Thank you, Charlotte. So my name is Krista. I'm originally born and raised in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I currently stay in Dallas, Texas. I've been here for 4 years, and I absolutely love Dallas. Just to throw that out there. And I started this journey back in 2020. So, I feel like I started writing in the midst of COVID, just because I feel like COVID was like, okay, you need to sit down. I feel like God had given me that vision. He gave me the vision a long time ago, but I was always like, I have this to do, I have that to do. And oh, I also don't know any authors. I don't know anyone doing what I want to do. So I'm not sure if that's what, God is telling me, that he want me to do. That's what I was thinking back then. So, COVID happened, it was like, okay, sit down, you have the time. Everyone was working remote. I feel like I started to get creative. I started to write things down. And really the season that I was in at the time is, how Daily Mantra Persist was born. Just the season that I was in, what I was going through, it was just like, I need something to pick me up daily. I need something to encourage myself daily because yeah, it's hard out here. It's tough. Life be like this sometimes. So sat down, wrote it down, and the rest is history.
Yeah, so like you said, life be life, and so I definitely believe in the power of speaking over our lives and just the impact that it, just do something to your nervous system, right? And so, did you start with just one book at first, or how did you end up writing one for him? So, daily mantras for sis and daily
That's,
mantras for him, right?
that's correct. That's correct. So, yes, Daily Mantra for Sis came out first. That was in 2020. And from there, I was getting a lot of positive feedback, a lot of word of mouth. No book deal. I am a self-published author, so all of the marketing, all of the PR, that's all me. I'm just one person, right? So just doing everything and wearing multiple hats. It's just like a lot of people that buy my book, they end up buying it for someone else. So that's really how I've been able to, gain popularity so quickly, is through just people just talking about the book, saying how it helped them. And people was like, well, where can I get it? Where can I find it? So that's really, a lot of it where it stems from. So I do a lot of pop-up shops around Dallas and different areas as well. And a lot of fellas was telling me like, I got this book for my girl, and she's super intentional about her day. She's like journaling every day, all consistent. You never thought about writing one for the fellas. You don't think we have, dreams and aspirations as well. You don't think we want to be intentional about our day. And a few guys told me that. So I was like, first I was, focusing on the ladies, and we did that, for the first 2 years. We focused on the ladies, we made it, a space. But then it was just like, okay, if guys are going to keep asking me for this, I definitely, I don't want to disappoint. So we went ahead and came out with the fellas version 2 years later in 2022. So that's pretty much the story. Just people just wanting, one for their spouse as well, to be intentional about their day. And it's really nice because you can do it together. So it's like it's pretty intimate to do that with your partner. Like, journal, share your thoughts, share your dreams and aspirations. So it all worked out.
So for the people that's listening, I don't know if y'all hear this, but she dropped a lot of gems, so many, from being a self-published author to seeing a need, right, with her business, and learning and knowing when to provide for that need, right? So I heard all of that. What would you say to a person that's out there that's thinking about writing a book? What would you tell them, like, about your journey?
I would tell them to start writing, and I would tell them, like, that's always the first step, because it's so many other things that go into writing a book. You need to, figure out, you need someone to edit, your work. You need someone to work on a book cover. You need to figure out what it's going to look like. There's so many different aspects of it that can come down the line, but none of those things are going to ever go into play if you don't start writing. So you can have the book idea in your head, you know what you want on the cover, but if there's nothing in it, you don't have anything. So the best advice to anyone who wants to start, write a book, and really any dream, is just to start it and just to get lost in it and finish it, and then start worrying about, the other factors, because those are, come into play as well. But really, you have to have a product. So you got to start somewhere.
Good. So you're self-published author, you pivoted, you added value for the men. I want to know, what do you think will be next for you?
Honestly, I don't have. I always have so many ideas, and I feel like I always tell people, like, if it's, I'm only doing it if it sounds crazy. So I think those are the best ideas, the one that sound the craziest. So I'm always just like, I get different ideas and different visions, but lately, as of late, I just been really just trying to be, more intentional with, the relationships that I have, with different people that I know throughout Dallas. Really just building, I guess, that brand awareness is kind of where I'm at with it. So just, being more local, getting in more bookstores, doing more panels, getting on podcasts, just really spreading the word and becoming that marketing piece that I said, like, I don't put a lot of money into, but now I'm going to really start investing time and energy into that, because we dropped this book in 2020, and I'm still getting so much great feedback from it. So that's just let me know that, like, people are still very much so, into the book. They're still very happy about the product. People are asking me for a part 2. So I'm like, okay, this product is definitely needed. So I just need to continue to put myself out there. I cannot pump the brakes on that. And I just need to be intentional with, how I move throughout Dallas and any other state, that I'm visiting, just being more vocal and really, getting it out there even more, so that we can change more lives, for the fellas and for the ladies. So that's really
So
where
it
I'm at.
sounds like you are a natural networker, right? So you came from somewhere, and you came from somewhere, and now you're here, which is not easy, because the people, and I'm talking for the audience. I'm really talking to the audience, because they haven't done as much as you've done. So I've been seeing you, and we met at an event, and
Yeah.
so one of the things I know, that when you're a self-published author, you got to do this yourself. Nobody's going to know you on Amazon. You got to literally take it to the people, because they don't know you exist. Who are you?
Yeah.
And I think a lot of new authors think that, and then their book is a flop, but they didn't put in the effort as a self-published author. They just didn't really know. So what I hear you was like, you had a vision, right? That's what I hear. I heard you had a vision, and you executing, and you're making things happen, and throughout Metroplex, right? So, what is the key? Did you see many doors open by having a book? Do you think them doors would have opened if you didn't have the book?
Oh, that's a good question. That's a good question. I mean, naturally, I am an extrovert, so I like connecting with people. And honestly, entrepreneur, I didn't just start this, and I didn't just start this when I wrote this book. I've been an entrepreneur all my life. Like even as a kid, I've sold candy, snow cones, like nachos, like coupon books. So I've done different things, and I've always. My mom says I have the gift of gab, right? So that's something that I always enjoy doing, right? So I think now just moving in like with my passion and my purpose, it just like elevates, it's just like, so now I'm talking about different things, I'm trying to really make a difference in people's lives, through my stories, through their stories, through just, manifesting, the life that we want, seeking God about the life that we want, and really just waking up and finding something to express gratitude for daily, because we always have something to be grateful for. And I think getting into those rooms, I think the book, definitely plays a big part of it. But I think it's part of what I'm supposed to be doing. Like I think this is who I am, and this is what I should be doing. I'm here for this reason. So just need to figure out how to get paid for it now. Because I know exactly, like I know what I need to be doing. I just need to figure out how, I can do this more often than not. Does that answer?
Um, I absolutely agree with you, especially as a self-published author myself. But I think as we continue to build, that's where the income start flowing in. And if you were sitting still, it wouldn't be flowing as it is.
You're right.
So,
You're
do you do
right.
the speaking engagements? The consistency. That's what we look for: consistency instead of the sporadic. I think as an author, what I found was it was sporadic. But how can I be more consistent? It's up to me to be that consistent, because nobody would know me if I wasn't
Exactly.
out there pushing it. So,
Right.
as someone who is looking to be more intentional in their life, what value, what benefit do your books bring?
So I think so I feel like I was mentioning before, I think it's important to find something to express, gratitude for, because I think it sets the tone for your day. So the thing about entrepreneurs, we don't talk about the days when we don't get any sales. We like to highlight when we get the sales, but as you know, and I know, and a million other entrepreneurs know, every day is not a sale day, right? Right. But we can still find value in that day by just expressing gratitude, just being able to wake up and do what we love to do. Like that's a blessing in itself. Being able to have the mind to think of different, marketing techniques and connect with people, and communicate, the gift of communicating. So it's so many different gifts. And one of my questions that I ask daily in my journal is just like, what is something that you're grateful for? Because I don't want you to say like, oh, my house, my car, my job. I want you to think of like things outside of the box and think of like other things, because once you find a reason to express gratitude daily, it sets the tone for your day. And then journaling is, for me personally, it is very therapeutic. And one of the unique things about my journal is that it's not dated. And that's on purpose, because I don't want people to feel like obligated. Like some days I don't feel like journaling and I don't. But on the days that I do want to journal, I may skip a day, I may skip 2 days, but you dated at the top. So you can look back after that 365 and say, like, how was I feeling last year around this time? Like you can really reflect and you can say, boy, I had a rough day. And then you can see like, okay, last year I didn't get no sales, but this year we're in 2 bookstores. And that's the whole point. It's to show like how quickly things can change in your life once you're intentional, once you're moving with purpose and you're showing up every day. So I think my book is a very good it's a really good tool, because you still have to do the work. You can't just talk about it. Writing it down is one thing, but actually like being in action and moving. If you say you want to be a yoga instructor, then you should be, you should be doing some yoga moves. You should start practicing.
Right.
Anything that you want to do, you have to put action behind it. So I think it's a good tool to help you get to where you're trying to go. Definitely.
Look, execution is the key. I find myself, measuring out on the calendar now, and I can see, at the beginning I was doing 50%. I didn't know I was doing 50%, but until I start tracking and journaling it,
Yeah.
okay, now okay, I can look in the mirror and say, hey, you you got more work to do. So
Yeah.
I think that's really valuable, for individuals who want to be intentional, your book, and grow. And now that you have it for men and women, y'all heard that, men and women,
Yes.
birthdays, holidays, hey, get a book
Graduations,
so
weddings.
you guys can grow. Like, I think I was having a conversation with someone the other day. If you're not reading, if you're not listening to podcasts, you're not growing. You're still the same from way back then, because,
Yeah,
we want to take everybody with us. I
for
got a
sure.
question. So this is more personal,
Mhm.
still pertaining to the book, but for our audience who's on that journey of change and looking to evolve. Some people get let go. I'm pretty sure you have experienced that. So how